It's 6:11, the morning of the new moon in Pisces. Let's go outside and check out the sky. It's pretty foggy and hazy here. Alchemy of the words, baby, we're on point. We continue, and I just want to say now is the time to be reading in your new moon intentions book, okay? And we want to invite the masculine, the feminine, and the child here to expand with the divine when we're reading in our new moon intentions book and our manifestations book. So here we are, and we're going to be thinking about, okay, how can I access the feminine? What can I do with the feminine energy? Then what can I do with the masculine energy? And how can I invite the child here? Like, the child probably wants to rate, to not rate, and to do some pictures. We know the masculine is methodical from point A to B, and the feminine, you know, emotional. So even look at it too, like the masculine, what's my force? You know, how am I going to use my energy to do this? The feminine, how am I going to shift with the matter, the womb of creation? How am I going to work with these? And you know, we know the divine is present with us. So we're going to go from the center point, accessing our heart chakra. Manifestations from the heart. And guys, I apologize about my tone. I recognize my tone is off today. I'm healing through friction. I'm healing through pain. I'm healing through agitation. I'm healing through all these lower vibrational things because we're breaking it up with and for the rest of the collective, so that we can break all this stuff that's happening without, so we can amp up building anew. But we know that we're doing it from within to without. But without is affecting us within. So I'm apologizing, guys. I love you guys. Let me do a little quick meditation and get my tone better. It's like I'm very much reminded of the koi fish swimming upstream to turn into the dragon, and how that feels to swim upstream, and how we get tired, and what this message of the two fish coming together and this oasis really symbolizes for us. And I really feel like the energy of summer present. I really feel like the harvest present, you know, like you haven't eaten in it, you know, you haven't eaten in days and days and days, and all of a sudden you just got an apple in your mouth or a peach, and you're just salivating. It's so succulent. You're just like, oh, you know, like when eating becomes pleasurable, okay, where eating becomes pleasurable. Oh, guys, I needed this purification work. I'm feeling so much better. And like I said, guys, thanks for bearing with me. Okay, I don't have my moon book. So I want to talk about what the moon said, okay, in our first reading. That we know we're having a redo. We are coming together to spin the wheel because the masks are falling. And literally, guys, the masks are falling. Within and without. And this is connected to a choice. And I know where I live, the masks are coming off literally. We don't have to wear our masks anymore. The mandates have come to an end and we're getting back to real life. And it's time. It's time for us to get back to real life. It's time for us to live our best life. And many of us have faced the death template in order to understand what this means. And we're not in fear. We're not in fear of this disease. You know, guys, hang tight. Just my dog. Let me grab the moon book. All right, guys, got it. Now, there's a lot of people that don't wish for these mandates to end. I don't want to say a lot because I feel like that's untrue. But there's a lot of people that are still caught in fear and programming that these mandates make them feel safe. But when you face the death template and you understand healing and you understand how to work with your immune system naturally, this isn't so scary. And guys, I mean, when I was facing the death template more than once, I mean, I had a moment where I was just ready to actually die. For the greater good. In fact, I've had moments where I've been ready to die more than once. And I've called death to come for me. And I faced death. And that transformation, when I saw how much love is in death, and when I saw that that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to die and cross over, that this is an opportunity for a rebirth, this is an opportunity for an elevation, this is an opportunity for a metamorphosis, for DNA activations, for facing fear, for higher vibes. And I have gotten that much closer to life every time I've gotten that much closer to death. And that makes people feel uncomfortable. Not everybody, but that makes some people feel uncomfortable. But it's because I really feel like many people are afraid of the evolution. Many people are afraid of the metamorphosis. And from a lot of it from programming. A lot of it from social conditioning. We know we're healing from social conditioning, okay, guys? Now, let's clarify this. So, we're not gonna, this isn't going, and putting ourselves in harm's way. We're not gonna go and play in traffic, or play Russian roulette with a bottle of pills. That's not this. This is being able to look at our path and to look at our patterns that are connected to life and look at our patterning that's connected to death. To be able to face fears and to evolve past it. It's like when we actually face what we're running from, or we actually face what we're afraid of, we're no longer afraid of it. And we put the application of love there. And guys, this is all going to be unique to our paths, okay? So you gotta use your intuition. You gotta heal what's calling you within. And you gotta apply your new patterning that's best for you. Okay, that you're being shown as you work with the divine. And being able to see that when we get that close to death, we get that close to life. And we're able to stop, laser focusing on the past and laser focusing on the future and really elevate and be present within the moment and seeing it's the moment. It's the moment that we need to be living our best lives in. And it's our habitual patterning that is the creation of sickness. Okay, and it's being able to detoxify and shift that habitual patterning and learn how to remove toxicity and to heal and create anew. Higher vibe times, guys, higher vibe times. And I mean, death is connected to life. So we're having this choice with the mother. And it's to heal with Gaia and end the duel between the masculine. Remember, this has to do with right now the masculine's going to help us transmute, transcend, transform all this energy without. But it's happening from within to without. But we're being affected from without to within. We're in the alchemy of it, baby. Okay, so The masculine Mars is expanding with the sun here, and it's in order to do inner child healing. And this has to do with our emotional expression, where we started off in channeled messages. And this choice is going to allow us to heal from isolation, and it activates Fortuna, the daughter of Jupiter. And as I told you, the first card out was Isis. I'm wondering where she is. Let's see. Yeah, let's just go. Let's just Isis, where did you go, girl? Here it all is. This is all of it. It was a big message, guys, but it needs to be shared, okay? So we heal from the lower vibrational things causing by this hack. The hack in the element of air. This is connected to concession. Lower vibrational gossip. Things that are happening in the mind that are lower vibrational. And we expand with that with Athene, of course, the white goddess of Gemini. We're going to expand through the mind with the twins. With the dualities coming together to create the whole. And Athene is working with Venus to create with love in the mind. And that's allowing us to have an idea, a new idea, to heal from this hack within the elements of air. And it's to expand from the systems of old earth to activate with the patterns of new, the systems of the new. And that's us. So, but this is the structures of old earth coming together to activate the structures of the new world through us and our experiences. And that's what's building the economy of the new world. But in order to do this, we're taking a fall. We're taking a fall with Virgo here in order to analyze something and to reinvest. And we're going to reinvest in the economy of the new world. And remember, this is connected to the Seven of Pentacles. And our adaptability to work with the elements of air while we purify and clear up this artificial hack of the matrix. And that has to do with our principles. Our principles with the earth. This is working in symbiosis with the earth. So we're going to make a sacrifice with Scorpio. Okay, of course, in order to have this metamorphosis, we have to go without. We're going to go without patterning of the old to create a new. That's where our metamorphosis begins. And Isis, the red goddess of Leo, gives us the strength to restore confidence, to work with our confidence, and to be our true selves. The activation of the rebel, the activation of our patterning. Here it officially is. And look, that's solar plexus healing, and we're in an awkward stance, but that ain't awkward to us because this is connected to our uniqueness, our unique self. And we saw what we needed to see with Palace. This is where we use our lower vibrational things in order to transform. We experienced and we're creating with patterns of gluttony in order to create a new. And this is connected to our harvest, our harvesting. We had to understand this in order to understand that and create a new with it. So we have recognition with the Father. And we know all this work with the Father is helping to free us from prison. And we're freeing ourselves from prison with the harmony, with the musician here. The negotiation, the center points. We're going to create harmony, and it's going to help us to heal with our opposition. And to continue on this inner child healing and amp it up with the masculine. Help it to be broken up, what needs to be broken up, and to create a new with it. And it's connected to our individuality. Healing from our impulses from lower vibe to higher vibe. The activation of Freya, the black goddess of Aquarius, and where we've entered the jungle. And look, she's naked because she's found her authenticity. And this restores our passions, and we have our solution for working with this artificial hack and clearing it up with the element of air. We're working with the water, and this is Aquarius. So, when the moon moves into the first quarter in water 90 degrees from the sun, its face is half dark and half light, and everything is held in balance. Emotions can go either way, and choices have to be made. You must now decide whether to throw yourself wholeheartedly into an emotional situation or partnership. The promise of a successful outcome is there. Moon in Pisces. Decisions are colored by powerful idealistic feelings, and the possibility of transforming the mundane into fantasy becomes real. We're transforming the fantasy into something real, tangible. Broken nail. Oh well, we're gonna keep on trucking. It's our investments. And we're gonna work with our instincts. And we're going to expand through the earth with the black goddess of Capricorn, Hecate, where past, present, and future become one. And we're going to be challenged, but this challenge is bringing us home to love. There's our visitor. We're going to have a visitor. But why? Because we've healed from the lower vibrational things happening within the element of air. The thin crescent moon in Earth is slow, steady, and cautious, and careful of the precious material it is nurturing. This is a period of investment in something material that you feel will later bear fruit. You are in no hurry. Everything will happen in its own time. And this has to do with us bearing fruit from healing from our lower vibrational things within the mind. But actually manifesting it, having it be tangible. This goes back to, like, you know, eating that fruit, tasting that fruit, but we had to see it within the mind. We had to have experiences where it didn't work out, and it didn't work out, and it didn't work out, but that was, all those experiences allowed us to get the formula right, the equation right, and now, like, and actually create it from within to without. But there was a heart connection through this, and then it's tangible, like we're holding it within our hands. We're actually going to eat it. But because we've grown it. Guys, let's confirm it, guys. Let's confirm it. Oh, what card just flew out? This card flew out on this card. First quarter moon in Virgo. Assess the situation. Okay, guys. And that's it. That's the earth element right there. We have to assess something. Remember, that's connected to taking that fall. We had to take that fall because we had to assess something in order to bear this fruit, to harvest this fruit, to create the pathway to the creation of this fruit, and growing it to eat it, to taste it. Okay, what's being activated here? Okay, guys, they're telling me to go somewhere else. I gotta go. Gotta listen. Gotta go. Going here. Let's find out why. Oh my goodness. This is how channel messages happen. Courage. So we've activated through the heart chakra with the masculine, the 7 of Wands. This is working with Mars and Leo, finding the courage to heal. Just get a little patch. See what Patch has to say. Hello, Spirit. Ace of Swords. We're having a realization. Remember, this is about our challenge. So we're going to be challenged to work with our authenticity, our truth. There's a throat chakra activation there. And that is the clarity. Remember, we're in a time of clarity. This is a massive time of clarity. We're going to ascend. That's why we need that sword. We're healing from the 7 of Swords. Okay, so look, I want you to see. We're healing from the 7 of Swords by ascending. We take this sword. 6 plus 1 sword here. The Ace of Swords is 7 of Swords. We need to have access to this Ace of Swords in order to ascend. And remember, this is connected to Mesopotamia. Guys, I always get lit when I say Mesopotamia. We're in a time of surrender in order to work with death. Remember, this has to do with the Hangman working with Pisces and Scorpio. That's our connection to Pluto, our metamorphosis, our transition. And this transition is activating our possibilities to invest. There's the 7 of Pentacles right there, and there's the growth. Remember that where that plant, it's gonna bear the fruit that we're gonna taste. We had a thought about it. We started acting on it. We started creating it. We're growing it. It's gonna bear fruit, and we're gonna taste it. We're gonna eat it. So we're using our endurance. Okay, there's our connection. We've restored balance with the Father. So there's our connection to the 9 of Cups, our levitation. We created happiness from sadness by restoring justice and healing from corruption. And our soul and our feather weigh the same here. Because we found our way. And that literally goes back to finding our way. We found our way. So we're going to trust and pray, and we're going to understand it's time to work with our solar plexus. And to work with our solar plexus, we're going to work with our sacral, our root, and the earth star. And this is connected to our destiny. And to use the counselor here and to show emotional intelligence, not to react or respond, but to observe, then to decide how to respond. And that activates the King of Water. And the King of Water is working with faith. And that faith is to heal with what has happened to us in the 7 of Swords with this artificial hack of the artificial matrix. We have access to that ace. We have access to the self. Because remember, everything that was artificial, this hack showed us who we were. This is the energy of the opposites creating the whole to activate. This is how you know the creator has a plan. So we keep on building with love. Okay? Brick by brick. Even though he's wounded, he keeps on building brick by brick with love. All right, what's being activated? Okay. There it is. The trine. the numinous, mystery, the unknown, the unknowable, ESP, psychic abilities, the cosmos, universal truth, oneness, source, the unnameable, shadow work, inner knowing, tingling, ghosts, other worlds, space, enigmas, the occult, intuition, with the trine, flow, harmonizes, aids, enriches, benefits, energizes, enjoys, eases, lubricates, gifts, rhymes, supports, and indulges. And we're expanding through Capricorn, the boss, serious, authoritative, ambitious, realistic, structured, traditional, wise, enduring, accomplished, badass, majestic, competent, prepared, down to earth, corporate, reserved, rigid, disciplined. And guys, this is so that we could face the devil energies elevated. We face them elevated.